Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 brawlers in the meta so far. So this is just an early prediction of what I've already played on ladder. Obviously, as I mentioned a lot of times, it's kind of hard to just base the meta off a few different maps because there's loads of maps in the games. And as you know, the season is now a month long, so there's loads of different maps still to play and to test. So we're still discovering a meta as it is. But so far, I'm going to bring you guys the most accurate top 5 list I can bring you. As always, I'll link both Drake and YDE's channel in the description below. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the 5th best brawler in my opinion in the meta is Mr. P. So Mr. P is so good because of his versatility. Also with the damage buff as well. Going up against the Pam, that's actually a really hard matchup. No idea where the Pam's going that aggro, especially when I've got my turret pretty soon. But Mr. P going to be really good across every single mode. You've got Brawl, he's OP in. You've got Gem Grab. You've even got Siege. I think every single mode, every single map, you could probably play Mr. P, except for I think there's a few, well, a few of them new maps with lots of walls, and probably the only maps you can't really play them in, which were out a few days ago because of how good Jackie is. The biggest counter to Mr. P is going to be Jackie, but Mr. P counters a lot in the meta. He counters the likes of, I think it was Byron, B, the really squishy brawlers as well, and even the higher HP brawlers he's going to be dealing much better with, because 1064 damage is really good with Mr. P. He can basically full shot a lot of 4k brawlers and just makes him so much more viable in the meta now. So I think he's secretly going to be really underrated at the moment. I wouldn't really say he's OP, even though he's in the top 5. I wouldn't say he's OP. You can definitely deal with him a lot of the times. You just need to be really aggro. A lot of the times you can dodge his shots as well. His shots are kind of easy to dodge. You just got to realize the bounce, and you can move into it or move away from it. So it's a really, it's just an annoying mechanic. Mr. P's just always been really annoying whenever faced off. One of my least favorite brawlers to face, just because of how annoying the porters are, just constantly spawning, constantly having to take them out over and over again. But he's back in the meta for sure, 100% back in the meta. And I won't really say it's nice to see, but it's happened. So if Waddy would have hit a shot, we're still able to score that in. So that's going to be the 5th best brawler in the meta so far. Let's jump into the 4th best. Alright guys, hopping into the 4th best brawler in the game. At the moment, it's still going to be B. B's gadget really hasn't been nerfed at all, to be honest. You can see it's actually changed in its mechanic, but there's no way it's actually as weak as before. You can actually dodge it in a few occasions, but most of the time you're still going to be connecting with that gadget literally all the time. All I see on ladder at the moment again is just B, one of the best mids in the game. The other thing about B is that she can get countered pretty badly by Piper and Byron, but they're probably the only brawlers where she only really suffers against, and throwers. But obviously you're not going to be playing B on a map that's dominated by throwers, which is just so strong. This gadget can just get you so much control. As I said, it's just not changed at all. They were supposed to be nerfing it within the last update, and instead loads of people are saying that she's just got better. The gadget is actually better, which is just insane to me. It near enough probably is as good as it once was, which is just so frustrating. I don't like how you can just press a green button and just run up the map and just deal so much damage. You can deal up to like 3k damage, which is insane. I'm going to somehow get a shot off and score that, which I have no idea how I even managed to score that. I completely choked my shots as well. So I do actually get rid of all my free gadgets there. But on most maps, probably on this map, it's probably one of the worst ones to be honest. Just because already they can just like hide behind the walls and get pushed back anyway. But it's just the pressure. It's mainly the pressure that just does so much for B. Just getting them pinned back behind them walls on a lot of different maps is just so insane. Guys, if you haven't already tried the new B gadget, it's just absolutely insane. For sure needs a huge nerf. Let's jump into the next game. Alright guys, so jumping into the 3rd best brawler in the game at the moment, it is going to be Colt. Colt is absolutely cracked inside of near enough every single game mode right now. He's had a damage buff, which has made him insane. He's got the OP gadget as well. To be honest, it's probably Colt's worst map, just because a lot of brawlers on this map tend to outrange him. So we're just going to use gadget here and just win on matchup near enough all the time. I swear this gadget can win you every single matchup in the game. It's kind of crazy, especially on maps that have a lot of walls. I think that's where Colt thrives in more, just because you can open it up better with his gadget. Again, I'm just going to put my gadget and just auto aim down that B. As I said, absolutely insane. I just don't get how it can be so OP. Again, just literally getting the goal straight off the gadget. 3 gadgets used straight away. I'm able just to completely dominate. And then even if you remove the gadgets, you've just got insane range at the moment, insane damage with a super chain, and constantly I'm going to absolutely clip the hell out of that Pam. Pam is one shot, and I'm somehow going to miss that. I don't know how I'm missing, so I'm just going to go into auto aim range. Byron's going to destroy me there, which is a bit unfortunate. Byron's really OP as well. There's not a lot of matchups which Colt, to be honest, doesn't really lose He's a high skill cap brawler, so that's probably why I've not put him higher. But you get a lot of trash players using Colt and they don't use him well. But if you're a half decent Colt, you're going to be able to just absolutely dominate with him. So let's try and get down this B. I know I'm saying I'm half decent Colt. I'm actually missing like every shot. I swear we've actually got some form of delay here. I think we're up against NA. Drage is tapping them up for sure. You can see he's just doing insane, just constantly chaining over and over again. We should be able to probably score this, and I've got to be careful because of that Byron super. That can actually one-shot me there. 2.1k damage instantly, which is insane. I've been hit twice by the Byron on one shot. Wow, Byron is so OP on long-range maps. Actually insane how good he is. 30 seconds left. Let's try and keep this one up. Up against a Byron lane. Can be pretty hard for me to face. I swear Byron actually outranges me. His range is really underrated. He's just sniping us across the map. But that should be GG's. But as I said, Colt just good everywhere now. Every single map, every single mode I've seen him playing on in competitive. I think we've actually missed that. Yeah, 1,000,000% we're up against NA here. Hopefully Waddy and Drage can defend well enough. Yeah, 8 seconds. Should be no way that they're able to score this. So let's just keep shooting the ball here. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be the win. So that's going to be Colt number 3 on the best brawler list. He is absolutely insane at the moment. Let's hop into number 2. Alright guys, jumping into the second best brawler in the game at the moment, it's going to be Edgar. So this is quite a bad map to actually show how good Edgar is because it's long range. And Edgar obviously has the worst range in the game. But Edgar, absolutely insane. You could just pop your gadget, jump onto any single brawler in the game and just dominate with, especially with the healing, with the punches as well. I've not really had a chance to play Edgar too much because I helped push Tom to rank 35 Edgar. But the amount of Edgars in the games we're facing, just absolutely insane. He's so good. You can just keep jumping on brawler to brawler, winning every single matchup. I think the only matchup he loses in matchups like that where Colt has a gadget can just instantly deal an insane amount of damage. A lot of knockback features can actually counter Edgar as well. For example, like Piper's knockback gadget that actually tends to counter Edgar a lot. You've also got really other tanks that Edgar doesn't face well against. Edgar's counter, well, Brawler's Edgar's counters, sorry if I can speak English, of the squishy brawlers just like Mr. P. Look, there's just no way they can do anything there. The amount of DPS Edgar does is insane, just absolutely rips through enemies over and over again. You just got to be careful because you're only at 4.2k HP, so you don't want to be like, you don't want to act like you're a Superman or anything. You got to be wary of your HP, so got to be careful of this Colt here because they could be close to gadget. Drage going in a bit aggro, I actually do go down, which is unfortunate. On the map yesterday, field goal, Edgar was just insane. It's just so hard to actually lose lane with this brawler. You've got so much versatility with the fact that you can just get your super straight away. You've got the speed boost as well on the super. I think that's the thing that's the best about Edgar, is the little speed boost can actually just get you to confirm the kill, get closer to the enemy. With the short range that Edgar has, that's for sure a clutch feature. So now we're kind of stuck because it's literally the longest range map in the game and we don't have a gadget left, so it's just going to charge automatically. That's also an OP feature about Edgar. The super recharges automatically just like a Daryl, so really good feature here. Drage should be able to score. Let's see if he is, and he's able to slot that in. So Edgar, absolutely insane at the moment. Only been out a day in the meta, but I can just tell that Edgar is completely broken. Let's hop into the number 1 brawler. Right guys, jumping into the best brawler in the game at the moment, it's going to be Byron. So this is pre-recorded footage just because my Byron's already at rank 35. I don't want to really sit in like 10 minutes matchmaking just to play one game, but Byron is absolutely insane in the meta, and a lot of people are saying, I've seen in my videos when I got Byron first to rank 35, that Byron was really underpowered and just not good at all. But inside of Showdown, that's not his best mode at all. It's going to be 3v3 modes. It's insane the amount of healing he can actually input on the field and also damage as well. He could just basically win a lane for another brawler. So for example, the matchups I can talk about is, say there's a Byron and an Edgar, and then the other team's got an Edgar but not a Byron. The Edgar on our team's always going to win the matchup because the Byron can just keep healing over and over again. You got to think it just like Poco double tank. If you're using Poco and tanks and you're just facing off against tanks on their own, the healing's just going to be able to win you the matchups on their own. It's just insane. He's got a really versatile super, 2.1k damage. You can just throw over walls and deal a lot of damage. It kind of reminds me like Amber. You can just throw over a wall and deal some insane damage. You can also heal your teammates as well. Byron's just an insane brawler. You can outrange a lot of different brawlers in the meta. and he's really underrated. He's got such good range. He counters near enough every single brawler in the game. I feel like he's completely broken at the moment, and as I said, he's in need of a nerf for sure. You guys are underrating him. He's the best brawler in the game without a doubt. Alright guys, it's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you really enjoyed. As I said, this meta is probably going to evolve in like a week's time, so probably in a week's time I'll revisit this video and do another top 5 ranking and then a tier list as well. But this is just personal experience. I've played ladder literally for 16 hours yesterday and literally every single day to try and get towards the 50k goal. So at the moment we're actually doing pretty well. 5th in the world. Not going to get 50k first just because of how far we were behind at the beginning of the season. It's basically like impossible unless I played the game for 24 hours and I just can't physically do that. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know who's your top 5 brawlers in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.